take us through the approach shot. It's not easy to run the ball onto the green.
It's not. Your approach shot has to come in high and soft with a lot of spin, as there's just not much depth to this green. Not much movement either, fairly flat, although there is a ridge that bisects this green in two. You want to make sure that you're on the correct side of that ridge to have a good opportunity to make the putt.
Looks to be going with the 6-iron. Wow, what happened there?
It needed to put some draw on that one, but just couldn't get it dialed in.
What a shot! Almost went in the bucket. Big putt for par coming up. Well, that's a no-fuss par to get the round underway, Rich.
Nothing wrong with an opening par, just easing their way into this round.
He's in a share of 7th place. The second hole is a long par 3, old typical Redan style at 230 yards.
Yes, the green runs from right to left and chases away from the player on the tee. You can hit it short right and have it bounce on to the flag sticks that are on the right. However, when they're in the back left, you don't want to come up short and left in a low area. That'll leave a very difficult up and down.
Opting for the 5-wood. Not sure if that's how they drew it up.
No, they tried to fade that one in there, but got a little steep on it.
That's a wonderfully played chip shot there.
Oh, Dr. Chipinski strikes again.
Now heading over to Xander Schauffele.
He's currently in 3rd place.
Getting ready to play their 3rd. Oh, that's clutch. What a way to save your par.
I mean, you've got to expect this kind of stuff when you start up a rivalry with a tour player. This is what they do.
Rich, the first exposure to the famous lake here at Arnold Palmer's Bay Hill Club and Lodge is the 3rd.
There's a lot of intimidating tee shots on this golf course, Luke. This could be number 1. Water down the left-hand side you obviously want no part of, but if you miss it right in the rough, that is very gnarly and nasty to come out of. The green works away from the player, moving from right to left. The miss is out to the right, but watch out. It's awfully quick coming down that green. Don't chip it or putt it in the water.
That was a beauty, right against the hole. Oh, terrific approach, and a chance for birdie here at the 3rd. This one just outside 7 feet to the hole.
What a great opportunity here for a look at a birdie.
Now that's got to be frustrating. Hit such a great approach shot in, but wasn't able to convert.
And being a couple off the lead, they can't afford to miss those birdie opportunities.
The first of the par 5s, Rich, the 4th hole.
Yes, Luke, you got out of bounds on the right-hand side. That shouldn't come into play for the players, but those bunkers down the left-hand side certainly will. If you get a good tee shot away and you find the fairway, the second shot uphill to this par 5, you can reach, but still lots of trouble lurking around this green.
Even for the day, tied for 6th position. Oh, this is the stuff that gets the juices flowing. Driver off the deck. And here we are with the 3rd shot. He's 2 shots back. And this putt to move into a tie for 4th place. Oh, what a stroke. That was a gallant attempt. This is a par putt. Our work here is done. Let's head to the next hole. We'll now move over to Xander Schauffele.
Oh, he's out in front here in this rivalry, but can he stay that way?
Oh, what a touch of class. Holes it from the sand. Let's take a look at the leaderboard. Our current leader is enjoying a 1-shot lead. The 5th at Bay Hill is the shortest par 4 on the front 9, measuring just under 400 yards. Ridge, placement off the tee, critical here.
It is. It plays straight downhill the entire way, so most players not taking driver out and challenging those bunkers. Lay up short of those, and you'll have a short shot to a green that once again chases away from you at the back end of it.
Wonderfully played. Second shot here on the 5th. This putt to move into the top 5 on the leaderboard. Yeah, well hold. Let's move on to the next. Step aside, gents. This man's marching into the top 5. Just 2 shots back after that hole. Now we head to the famous par 5 6th. Rich, a lot of players are thinking birdie, maybe even eagle.
Out to the right, most definitely the widest part of the fairway, just left of the left-hand bunker out there. We'll leave a layup out to the right, and then you just have a short pitch on from there. This is a really solid birdie opportunity.
Oh, Henny, that looks like a putrid lie. Is it bad?
This is what bad luck looks like. Just off the fairway, but sitting really down.
Going with the hybrid. That was a bit wayward. That's going to find the water, sadly. That makes its way to the first cut.
Got great connection here. Yeah, this is looking good.
Outstanding shot. High quality. Now heading over to Xander Schauffele.
He's 1 stroke in front of his rival so far today. Great stuff.
Okay, time to return to the action. And he needs this to save par. Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? Oh, that's almost a gimme. Great chip.
Yes, very smooth tempo there on that chip.
And that'll drop him down to even par now. Let's have a look at the 7th hole, a par 3.
Finally, you have a green that pitches back towards you ever so slightly, Luke, but still coming into it with a good 6-5 iron from 195 yards. It's still a difficult task to get it close.
That's a delightful little fade, that.
He seems to have all the wind in his sails and maximum confidence out today against Xander Schauffele. I think Xander didn't really know what he was getting himself in for after that shot.
Oh, yeah. What a shot that was.
Oh, that was a tasty little morsel, wasn't it?
What have they got in front of them here, Henny?
Straight back up this hill. Can be firm here.
You know, it's not if you make bogeys, it's how you respond. Well done. And with it, he moves to 1 under par. The leaderboard has them sitting in second, 1 spot back of Xander Schauffele.
Always like to see your name moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
Where did that come from? That's not his style. And what are we looking at here, Henny?
He's setting up here from about 115 yards.
Looks like they've got the 5-wood.
This would be a momentum saver here, getting this up and down.
How close was that to going down? All these are good putts to make. Good for momentum. Right on 7 feet.
This is what they have left for a par.
Okay, steady now. And this one will be for bogey. He finds himself in a share of 7th.
Moving down the leaderboard, Luke, never a good thing.
Let's take a look at the final hole on the front 9, the 9th, and what a tough tee shot it is.
It is it ever. Players want to avoid the bunker down the left-hand side, so inevitably they push it out to the right-hand side, into the rough, into the trees. Now they've got really very little chance of reaching the green in 2. So this is probably the most difficult tee shot on this front 9, and one they have to find the fairway with.
And they're playing from about 140 yards out. Only 2 shots off the pace. Chosen the pitching wedge here. Not a bad play, that one.
Already made a few birdies today, and this is another good look.
And this putt to move into the top 5. And that's a touch of class. Terrific little chip.
Judging it beautifully.
We'll now move over to Xander Schauffele.
He's currently ahead in this rivalry. Let's see what happens.
one just missed the hole. And let's see what that shot did to the leaderboard. Okay, it's time to make the turn and a good time to reflect on the action so far. Rich?
Well, Luke, this rivalry we've been watching has been fun. This player's behind their rival as we make the turn. It'll be fun to see how this matchup shakes out.
Couple of birdies and a couple of bogeys. Needs to get something going here today. That was wonderfully done. Second shot here on the 10th hole.
All right, we're going with an extra club here.
This is from miles away. Well played. And that'll promote a good move up the standings. That shot so good, we need to have another look.
Oh yeah, look at those hands. What a chip shot.
Okay, as we move along, it's Jon Rahm in the lead. The par 4 11th resembles the par 4 third, doesn't it? The big lake on the left-hand side.
It does. It just has a little more landing room here on the left-hand side, however. But if you lay back, be prepared to go in with a long iron. If you take the driver out and successful, you now turn this challenging hole into almost a birdie opportunity.
Playing from around 110 yards out. 3 strokes off the lead.
Oh, I guess they're seeing something I'm not. They're going with less club here. Interesting.
That dog will hunt.
Let's see if we can make this big putt for birdie.
Looking to sink this to be even with Xander Schauffele.
What touch? Made it.
Oh, gotta love it. Chipping in for birdie. Nothing better.
Let's head over to Xander Schauffele. Oh, I thought that one was going in. Well done. That takes the pressure off the putt. That's a chip to be proud of.
You better believe it is great stuff to watch.
The Spaniard, Jon Rahm, currently sitting in top spot on the leaderboard. And the 12th hole, Rich, similar to the 4th hole. Arnold Palmer has really started to mimic front and back nines.
He does. It's kind of the same thing. Out of bounds out to the right. You got to avoid both those bunkers there, both right and left. You find the fairway. Again, second shot slightly uphill to a green that sits above you. One of the big dangers here, though, is going long. That is a big no-no to miss it long on this 12th.
Ooh, well done. Got a lot of that. Getting ready to play their third. Just 2 shots behind. Nice shot that. That should find the surface. Oh, tidy looking shot that. A chance to get to 3 under with this putt.
Now, with any luck, they can hold this and manage to leave Xander Schauffele behind. Get some momentum here.
This one's online. That's a clever play, that one. Moving up a leaderboard and ahead of their rival. Now heading over to Xander Schauffele.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Oh, how about that one?
And look out, guys. This rivalry looks like it's going to get pretty interesting today as he's making up some ground on his playing partner.
The leader now has a one-stroke advantage.
Getting closer to that top spot on the leaderboard. This is getting interesting.
Number 13, not a long hole by anyone's stretch, but the pond in front of the green really plays havoc.
It does, more so than it should. It's just a long iron or a hybrid off the tee. Find the fairway down the right-hand side, open up the angle for your second shot, and it's obvious you just don't want to miss your second shot right. So bail out to the left-hand side, make a par. Pretty simple.
That was a little untidy, wasn't it? Straight into the water. And here we are with the third shot. Just a stroke behind the leader. Look at the line on this one. Get in the hole.
Got the muscles out there. Great shot from the lie.
Looks like a pretty straightforward 5-footer to me.
Trying to save par here.
Yeah, we'll take that. We'll now move over to Xander Schauffele.
He's sitting there just in third place.
A couple under at this stage. Currently tied for third. That could play. Oh, that was so close to going in. So after that effort, let's take a look at the leaderboard. And as we check in on the leaderboard, it's Jon Rahm on top. And another of the uphill par threes, the 14th, Rich.
This is such a difficult hole because this tee shot lines you up over on the left-hand side where you'll find those bunkers. But if you bail out to the right, well, now you're running into a low area that you have a pretty difficult chip shot to a green that historically is the firmest and fastest on this golf course.
Looks to be going with a hybrid here. Woo, back there, horsey.
No harm, no foul there with that shot.
This putt coming up is for birdie. Wow, that almost went in the hole. Just 4 feet remaining between him and the hole.
He's got this for his par.
Oh, that looks like a pure stroke. Currently at -3 for the event. As we get into the closing stretch here at Bay Hill, the 15th, the par 4.
Strong par 4 here, dog legs from left to right. Don't miss it out to the right in that bunker. Not only are you hitting your second shot out of the trap, but also you've got some magnolia trees to deal with. This is a very difficult fairway to find because that fairway does chase away from you just over that bunker. This is a very strong par 4.
That'll flick a few of the leaves going through there. That's an awful error. Sitting at -3 in a share of second spot.
Sorry, I'm gonna have to clip that shot for God. Show your boyfriend that one. Use the path to get down. Bounce shot. Oof. Very good.
How close was that to going in the hole? Great shot. Now heading over to Xander Schauffele.
He's one stroke behind his rival in this event.
Found the green side bunker. Looking for an up and down here. Oh, what a wonderful bunker shot. Let's get back to it, shall we? Well, this would be a bonus. This is a very long putt. Kidding me? And with that, he'll move to 4 under par. Well, that's worth reviewing. Let's roll the videotape.
Well, Luke, I think he's found his distance.
He's currently in the second position. Well, one of the great parts of the finish here of Bay Hills Club and Lodge, Rich, is the fluctuations in scoring, and it all starts here at the par 5 16.
Luke, you got to take advantage of this par 5. It's just over 500 yards. Find the fairway. Don't flirt with either of those bunkers out there. Second shot should be with a middle to long iron to a green that's surrounded by water on the left and bunkers on the right. But still, it's a great opportunity to make 4 or better.
Going with the pitching wedge here. This one looks to be on a pretty good line. Rich, that was a great time to pull off a play like that.
When you're one stroke back, you need something to happen, and he made it happen there, setting up an eagle.
Yep, tracking nicely.
He's made it for eagle. Oh, how handy is that? Move him into top spot. Leading by a shot after that hole.
2 holes to go, Luke. I know who I like.
The par 3 17th, Rich, has got a wonderful atmosphere around it. Looks visually quite stunning, but my word, it's a brute.
This hole causes more stress for the players, I think, than any other hole on the golf course, with possibly the exception of number 3. This green is nearly impossible to find, as it is so firm historically through the years. You find the green, you make your 3, and you're smiling earlobe to earlobe.
Do you think they drew that up differently in their mind?
A bit short with that effort.
Oh, that's great. It just missed the hole. Well, I hope he makes this one. It's for par. It was on a good line. Just a tiny putt is all that remains. Checking in on the standings now, and they're currently tied for first, alongside John Rahm. Rich, as we head to the finishing hole here at Bay Hill, a famous finishing hole, so much drama over the years, predominantly by the great Tiger Woods. But most of the drama starts off the tee.
It does. This is actually a semi-blind tee shot. There's a mound down the right-hand side of the fairway where you can't see the golf balls land, so players won't know whether they found the fairway or missed it right, or even out on the left-hand side. Most iconic moments in all of golf, in my mind's eye, Robert Gomez holding his second shot here back in 1990 to claim the title.
Looks to have chosen the 7-iron. That's not the outcome they were after.
Looking for the draw, but not finding it.
If he can hole out from off the green here, he'll win the event. Calm your nerves here. This is a must-make putt to force extra holes. Didn't that look good for a long time? Well, this putt will be a good one to hold for a round of 68. And that brings to close today's round. And what an absolute shame that is, Rich. The wind looked like it was in the bag too. Don't know about you, Rich, but I want to climb out of our tower here and run down and give that player a hug. That's heartbreaking.
I think you should, Luke. I think that would be awesome.
Well, that just about concludes our coverage. On behalf of Rich Beam, I'm Luke Helvey. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow. 2K Sports and the PGA Tour, proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. We're at the Players' Championship. Today's coverage is about to start. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group.
Thank you, Luke. What a lovely introduction and what a lovely day. I'm very much looking forward to strolling the fairways alongside these two players. They have been at each other, let me tell you. There's been a little bit of banter on social media back and forth in the lead up to this match. They have a bone to pick. They have a bee in their bonnet, and it's all going to be settled out on this golf course today.
No, filled with talent as Lexi Thompson. This is going to be a tight tussle. I can't wait to see how this one plays out. You like that, didn't you? And Henny, what's he facing with this one?
Yeah, this breeze just starting to get up now on the course, and it's directly into the face.
Opting for the 9-iron.
All right, he's going with a little extra club, gone against the caddy here. Let's see if it was the right shout.
He's found the surface. Good chance here. What's in front of them, Henny?
Yeah, he's got just over 16 feet here. This is their look at birdie.
Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? Great touch. Really nicely played.
Just eyeballing that one, trying to make it.
He's in a share of 12th place. The first of our birdie opportunities comes second, par 5.
Driver not necessarily required here because you have to shape your tee shot from right to left, and if you're a right-handed golfer, that's not the easiest thing to do. So lefties have a better opportunity, I think, of finding this fairway than most with driver. From there, a second shot over a long bunker to a green that's very narrow, dotted by pot bunkers. Truly is one of the coolest par 5s on this layout.
Going for this green in two, Rich. It's an exciting but daunting task.
The green is minuscule from back in the fairway. You know that you have a little bit room over to the left, but you're going to fall off into a low area. And if you miss it out to the right, you're going to find a very deep bunker on the right-hand side of the green. There's really no great miss around here, but if you're going to go for it, you have to know that your short game is going to bail you out no matter where you miss it.
Big time play, that one, at the right time too.
Saving one there after being all over the parking lot, chipping in for the par.
3 feet to go here to the hole. Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? Almost snatched the eagle there. That would have been huge. Job done. Let's head to the next. And stepping up the standings after that effort. Let's take a look at the par 3 third. Straight away mid-iron to short iron shot.
Such a cool little par 3. Love this green. There's a low section in the front and a high section in the back. And anytime they put the pin all the way in the back section of this green, well, I tell you what, good luck on you. If you miss this green long and or left, that bunker sits some 5 feet below the surface of the green.
So I might need to set. All right, facing a little up and down here to save the par. How close was that to going down? And this putt coming up for his par.
This really looks good.
Well hold. Currently 1 under for the round.
Moving up the leaderboard. I like it.
Well, the fourth is another great example that it doesn't need to be a long par 4 to be a testing one. This fourth can be menacing, can't it?
Just a small little twisty par 4. Just going to take out a fairway wood, find the fairway, and from there you're going to have a small second shot, probably a wedge. 3 distinct sections to this green, the front, the right, and the back left, and all of them have their difficulties when hitting your approach shot into them. However, in my mind's eye, if you find the fairway, you should have a decent look for birdie.
Ooh, that almost went down. Lining up the birdie putt here. You've finished your work on that hole. Let's take a look at the next one. And that will take him to 2 under. And Henny, what is she looking at here for this putt?
Yeah, they've left it in the perfect spot here, just below the hole. They can be aggressive up the hill.
Our current leader is enjoying a 1-shot lead. All right, Rich, the par 4 fifth. A strong hole, this one, isn't it?
Par 4, 471 yards from the back. Drive it out to the left-hand side to give yourself the best angle for your second shot into this long, thin green.
Going and going and going.
And Henny, what are you seeing down there?
This is down breeze, so it's going to be tough to stop it on this green.
Looks like they're going with the pitching wedge.
This one needs to kick left and kick left hard.
That's well played. Anything on the green from there was fine.
Birdie at the last. This for another.
It's on a good line. And as they stand over this putt, it's for a share of third spot. Trailing by 4 strokes. The tee shot at the par 4 6th has changed a lot now that that tree's been taken out of the way, Rich. But what do you think of this short par 4?
Par 4, 393 yards from the back. Most players taking out a long iron or hybrid just for placement in the fairway. This green is surrounded by tall palm trees. Don't get caught out by one.
That is absolutely spot on.
Setting up in some very deep rough. Let's take a look at Lexi Thompson, shall we?
She had a bad previous hole, came off with bogey.
An opportunity here for Lexi Thompson. She played that nicely. Okay, let's get back to the action. Getting ready to play their third. 4 shots behind our leader. Oh, that's a ripper. That'll help make a big move. Oh, that was a touch of class. Wouldn't mind seeing that again.
Now look how they attacked this one.
Our leader is enjoying a 3-stroke advantage. As we go from a wonderful little par 4, we go to a challenging, longer par 4, the 7th.
Par 4, 451 yards, all sorts of danger down the left-hand side. Hit your tee shot out to the right. Second shot, find the green, 2-putt, and sprint to the tee on the 8th.
This one's looking good off the tee. That should find the short stuff. Playing this shot from 120 yards.
Wind's blowing from left to right. Going to try and hold it against the wind.
Looks to have opted for the 8-iron. Absolutely flushed. Now moving over to Lexi Thompson.
She's currently trailing her rival. Let's see what happens here.
Go to your home ball. Go to your home. That's disappointing. Good chance to take it even deeper here. This putt's for 4 under.
Looking for another birdie here.
Yes! Hold it! And that will take him to 4 under. Moments like that deserve another viewing. Let's take a look at the replay.
Yeah, this was a gift. Wasn't expecting this.
Currently at -4 overall. The 8th hole, a long par 3 stretching 240 yards at its maximum. It's no sleeper, that's for sure.
I don't find anything sleepy about this hole. The front of this green is so narrow. There's no place to land it, especially when they put the flagstick there. This hole will grab your attention, as it should, because it's a long iron to a sliver of an opening. Even when they put the pin on the right-hand side, you want no part of it. The center of the green all day long here.
Ah, yes, the gentle fade, the butter cut, if you will.
Now that looked pretty good the whole way. Putting for birdie here. Wow, that almost went in the hole. Putting for a par now. And that putt will drop. Well done. And staying right where they were in today's rankings after that. The final hole on the opening 9 at TPC Sawgrass Stadium course, Rich, is a clever 3-shotter.
Par 5, 583 yards from the back. Most players will play this as a 3-shotter. Just find the fairway out to the left. Second shot out to the right. Sets up a very simple third shot to a very narrow green. Miss it right or left, good luck getting it up and down.
Sorry, well, that I can't really play because finally Batman picked the win with the fairway.
Gargantuan tee shot.
Pretty good year. 3 wins so far this season. And going with driver off the deck with this shot.
Okay, well,
And here we are with the third shot. He's 2 shots back.
what's this? Oh, come on. Oh, no. Swerve, that's on the target. Swerve, big swerve. Nice one.
Just 6 feet between he and the hole. Just didn't drop.
Oh, fuck. I made the wrong game. I'm sorry.
A par putt on the table. In she goes. Let's head to the next. Let's take a look at Lexi Thompson, shall we?
Yeah, she's down, she's behind, her rival's scooting ahead. Let's see what happens.
I wouldn't surprise me if Bob Mount turned up
After
that
that effort, this is what the leaderboard looks like.
Would not surprise
British
me.
players just a few shots back with
But
the last 9 to
Lexi
play.
Thompson
Did you
is
prefer to be the greyhound or the bunny?
I want to be the greyhound.
7 on
I'm
the
sprinting away if I possibly can. This player's 3 back.
Hey,
They need to
7
start
on.
sprinting.
Oh, it's that Mac. I can't hear the Mac weirdos, but okay, buddy. Don't take offense. It's not your fault. Shit. You probably need to
Like
play
this one's heading
some
to the
right.
beach.
Oh,
Now
perfect
moving
beach
over
shot.
to Lexi Thompson.
She made bogey, gave one back on the last hole.
Let's take a look at Lexi Thompson.
Is he the mountain guys on here? Well, let's swear these fucking weirdos on here.
Oh, almost went in. Okay, let's get back to it, shall we? Penny, that ball seems to be sitting down. Is it bad?
Oh, this is sitting pretty. I have to check to see if they teed this up. It's so nice.
Probably just screw it, I guess, on the old super over par shot. Oof.
This one looks to be slightly offline here. Oh, from one bunker to another. That's got to hurt. Sitting at -4. Currently tied for second.
Certain.
Okay, step 1 complete. Out of the bunker. Now let's go make a putt. Putting for a par here. And that's a way to fight back from a tough break. Well holed.
Nicely done. Well fought hole right there. Bunkered off the tee, but makes that nice par save.
Now 3 strokes back after that hole.
I need the front man. It's not that's the back.
There's some birdie holes out on this course, and the 11th is certainly one of those.
Oh,
but
put the bit down here,
some
boy.
troublesome spots if you get out of play.
Oh,
There definitely is trouble, but the thing I love about this hole the most, Luke, is that there's so many different ways to play it. Most players will take driver off the tee, but from there, now it's anybody's ball game. You don't have to go for the green on the second shot. You can lay it up over the left. You can lay it up over to the right. You can lay it up long left. There's so many different ways of attacking this hole. Each individual is going to do it differently. I love the second shot on this one.
I need to change the line. Where'd it go? On the knot.
Special.
What's
And
the
this
special?
to move into second place.
Yeah, tracking well.
Oh, that had eyes for it. Lovely shot. And that will move him to 6 under par.
Wilbur?
The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage.
Managing to chase down the leaders, closing that gap. Gotta like it.
Well, the tee shot is all that matters on the short par 4 12th. Most players can reach the green. It's just a decision whether the player goes for it or not.
They can, but they better be aware that there's a lot of danger up there. Water left obviously is no good, but even bailing out to the right in those dunes, in the mounds, the little pot bunkers on top of those mounds, well, forget about it. That's not a good space either, especially since the green does run pretty hard from right to left. If you want to take this hole on with driver and expecting to make 3, well, you need to realize that a 5 and a 6 could be easily made as well.
Let's take a look at Lexi Thompson, shall we?
She's trying to pull ahead in this group rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Ouch, that hurts. Yeah, that looked to be a bit of a misread. Steps up to a punt of about 15 feet in distance. Wonderful shot.
Nicely done. Great chip.
Well, that's what the doctor ordered. Move into top spot on the leaderboard. Well, as you start to head for home here at TPC Sawgrass, you're blessed with this wonderful par 313.
So many different levels to this green. On the par 3, playing 181 yards from the back. You can get it close. You can even make a hole-in-one. But watch out, if you hit in the wrong spot on the green, it'll be difficult to two-putt from there.
And choosing the 8-iron here. This one might need to get down a little. Yeah, not a bad effort, that one. Up onto the green and a chance to hole your putt.
And this one for back-to-back birdies.
Oh, just missed.
Downhill, all the way, down grain just a bit. They let it get away from him.
Oh, I thought that one was going in. Putting for bogey. Well, they say a bogey pleases someone. The rest of the field buoyed now after that drop shot by our leader. Here's Lexi Thompson. Oh, stop it. What a way to make your par.
What an amazing play out of the greenside bunker. Up and in the hole. Nicely done.
Plenty of trouble around this golf course. The 14th, the par 4, represents a number of that.
If you hit it down the left-hand side, the golf ball will chase a long way, but you'll be blocked out by some trees. You hit it out to the right, you're going to be on top of a mound, but you'll have a really good idea of what's in front of you. This hole historically plays as one of the toughest ones on the back nine, and it's all because of where that green sits. It sits from right to left with a decent amount of movement in it. It is not straightforward at all. This hole causes players all kinds of problems.
This shot is about 140 yards out.
Puff of wind blowing right to left for him.
Chosen the pitching wedge here. Quality shot, that one. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Has to putt this one downhill.
Didn't that look good for a long time? Well, this would be a good one to make. It's for par. And down it goes. And this is quality play, still on top of the leaderboard. The par 4 15th again requires another strong tee shot because there's some trees in the way, Rich.
Players do hit through a chute off this tee shot, which makes it a little bit simpler, I believe, for the players. Bunker down the right-hand side is no good because you'll have trees blocking you out with your second shot. If you miss it left into the pine straw, now you've got some trees blocking you out there, so finding the fairway is imperative. This green is no fun. You find the center of the green and you might be able to putt every single day, but in all reality, you have to find the correct section in order to give yourself the best look at making a putt.
This one needs to kick left. But not a bad approach. He'll be putting. 12 feet to the cup coming up.
This is what they have left for birdie here.
Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? He's got a par putt here. Let's see if he can make it. And with that putt, now it's 6 under with a few to play.
And anything can happen down the stretch. Let's see what takes place.
Currently in first position.
3 holes remaining. This is what it's all about. Time to see who is going to get it done.
Straight into the trees. Not quite the shot he was wanting. To win the Players' Championship, you've got to run the gauntlet, Rich. Here we are with that big testing second shot at 16.
The water down the right-hand side is very obvious. What's not obvious are the grass bunkers on the left-hand side. You hit it in those, no guarantee of getting up and down. If you take on the green and find it, then you're almost guaranteed a birdie 4.
Well, that was a strange one. Didn't see that happening. That always looked wet, didn't it? Trying to extricate themselves out of the pine straw here, Rich. Opting for the hybrid, I think. Not a bad approach, that one. Not quite inside the birdie range, but you never know. Hole a long one. Still counts. If he makes this, he'll save his par. How close was that to going down? This one for bogey. Now moving over to Lexi Thompson.
She's currently trailing her rival. Let's see what happens here.
Ooh. And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks. Our current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead. The par 3 17th, one of the most famous holes in all of golf. The Island Green, one of Pete Dye's, but really Alice Dye's masterpiece.
When you play here in a practice round, it looks like you could just throw it on there. But when you're in a tournament round, it doesn't even look like it exists. The hole changes so much when the tournament starts. That's what I love about it. You just add 35,000 people who are having some fun and ready to heckle you if you knock it in the water. Good luck. Enjoy.
Let's take a look at Lexi Thompson, shall we?
Coming off a bogey on the last hole.
Whew. Nicely played. Good shot. Let's catch up with the current proceedings. Well, this will be a big putt to make. A birdie always nice, but particularly when it's a 2.
Always rooting for this player, Luke. I hope this one goes.
This has a real chance.
Great opportunity here for him to drop this putt and get closer to the lead.
One of the good guys out there, Luke. I am hoping for this one to fall.
So no change on the leaderboard for this player after that hole. Let's head to the finishing hole. This wonderful par 4 18th. Wonderful only if you're a spectator.
It's wonderful if you're not playing it for a lot of cash. It's just one of the most difficult, visually intimidating holes I think you'll ever face in your life. Somehow, try and hit it down the right-hand side of the fairway, keep it out of the rough, and from there, hit it out to the right-hand side of the green somehow, also keeping it out of the rough or that pot bunker short right. Listen, you'd be happy to make 5 here, that's for sure. 4s are magnificent. 3s are unicorns. They really don't happen that much. It is such a difficult, demanding finishing hole, probably one of the toughest in championship golf.
Phase 1 complete, Rich. They've just shimmied their way onto the dance floor.
Oh, yes, they have, Luke, but they're going to have to dance like Elvis Presley in order to make this putt and force a playoff.
Ooh, that almost went down. It's just about 3 feet away. A good stroke. And that signs off on today's round. This is what I really love about these rivalries, Henny. They can take on some of the great players in the game, players who have won major championships, some of the biggest wins in the history of the sport, and yet they come out on top, but not only on top, they come out with a dominant win.
Luke, there was nothing small or shy or tired about that performance. That was really incredible. It was a pleasure to watch. This player came out all guns blazing. They told us what they were going to do. We didn't listen. They followed through. And really, it was a joy to watch.
Well, that just about concludes our coverage. I'm Luke Elvey, and on behalf of Rich Beam, plus all the hard-working folks at HB Studios, it's good night for now. "2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is delighted to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Valspar Championship is about to begin. Delighted to have 2002 PGA Championship winner Rich Beam in the booth. I'm Luke Elvey, and it's a good morning to Henny Koyak, who's out on the course following our featured group.
Hey guys, I can't wait to watch these two go at it again. It was an incredible battle first time round, and I think there'll be a few shots fired out here.
Well, I'm certainly looking forward to following along with this rivalry. Can't wait to see what sort of excitement these two will generate. Not sure if this one will stay on the short grass. Henny, what does that lie look like?
Looks like they have a bad lie here in the second cut. This is not sitting nicely.
Going with the 5-wood. That's the right option. Put it back in play. Getting ready to play their third.
Wind is blowing right to left here, and they're going to go ahead and ride the wind back to this pin.
Club up. I like this play.
That's a tad wayward. Not quite finding the surface.
Oh, the wind wreaks havoc with another golf ball.
Wow, that almost went in the hole. Just putt right on 10 feet. A good one to make.
Solid little par putt here.
That was a gallant attempt. And he's down there. You got a read?
Setting up this putt 27 feet from the cup.
That's certainly a shot saver there, Rich.
Saving a stroke there by chipping in for the bogey.
Why not take another look at that effort?
Yeah, Seve would be envious of this one. What a chip in.
Currently at +1 for the day. Water is a feature here at the Copperhead course of Innisbrook Resort, Rich, and it comes into play at the second.
Downhill tee shot. You want to keep your tee shot out to the right as best you can to take out the trees that hug the left-hand side. Green sits well above the player's second shot. They won't see how close they hit it from the fairway.
Time for the second shot here on the second hole. Not sure if that's what they're intending to do.
Well, definitely the wind had to have gotten a hold of that one.
And Henny, what are they looking at here?
Real outside chance here. What a hole this would be. 30 feet is what she's facing. She's got a nice look at par here.
Didn't that look good for a long time? A chance to save the par if he can make this one. That putt seemed to lack a little bit of feel.
Wanted to get it up to the hole, but was just unable to up that slope.
Sitting at 2 over for the event. Rich, it's a challenge, to say the very least, the third hole.
Yes, most players aren't going to take out driver as they just want to lay it back of the water that creeps out on the right-hand side. From there, it shortens up the second shot, believe it or not, to a green that pitches from right to left fairly severely. Your misses can't be out to the right with your second shot. That is a no-no.
Oh, you see that one bouncing around the branches like a pinball machine? And that one's headed to the drink. What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
By my estimation, he's got around 170 here.
Going with the 6-iron here. Get down. Not the result they were after there.
Needed to take a little less club on that approach.
Well, that's very crafty, isn't it?
Such soft hands.
This one's for bogey. Okay, let's head to the next. And with that effort, now 3 over for the tournament.
Unfortunately, backing up slowly but surely on that leaderboard, Luke.
The 4th hole, the first of the par 3s on the property, and you've got to be dialed in on your number.
This is a challenging par 3, no doubt about it, Luke. This green pitches from right to left and from front to back, making it almost impossible to get it super close unless you have a perfect number into this par 3.
Going with the 7. Is that what they had in mind?
Another missed green in regulation. They got to do better.
Why don't we catch up with Brooke Henderson?
Yeah, she's looking good. She's currently 1 ahead of her rival today.
Oh, you've made it. What a play. And back to the course with the live action. Oh, that'll hurt. 3 consecutive bogeys. Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? Chance to change his fortunes on the green. This would be a good one to make.
Nice little par putt here.
Get excited. This could go in. Well, that was a positive hole. A little shift up the leaderboard. Well played. Stretching out over 600 yards means the par 5 fifth is no snack.
It is. Luke, I rarely say that par 5s on the PGA Tour are challenging, but this is definitely one of them. It's an uphill tee shot and a second shot that is downhill, moving from right to left, that's completely blind for these players. There is a tree about 100 yards out, which is going to be something they aim at when they lay up. Third shot, though, is very basic, down the hill to a fairly flat green surrounded by some bunkers. More than likely, most players are going to have to lay it up on this par 5.
Oh, I love this person's confidence and courage. Driver off the deck here. And here we are with the third shot. That one just missed the hole. Sitting at 3 over. Well, wonderfully played chip shot.
Love watching this player around the greens.
And now over to Brooke Henderson's next shot.
Yeah, she's up ahead. She's actually 1 in front of her rival.
Boy, Rich, that was a big-time save, that one.
Oh, went from the outhouse to the penthouse with that chip in.
The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. The tee shot also critical here at the par 4 6th at 455 yards.
This is probably the hardest fairway to hit on the PGA Tour, Luke. This fairway cambers from right to left at a pretty good clip, and unless you work your tee shot from left to right, a high soft shot, you're not going to find the fairway. This is almost impossible. The second shot will be from an awkward stance where the ball is above you or below you to a green that's perched a little bit above the players. Thankfully, though, it's a very flat green.
Well, that'll work. Up on the dance floor. Could have been worse. 16 feet to the hole.
And this putt to tie Brooke Henderson.
Well, this is right down the pipe. Are you kidding me? And that will move him up the leaderboard as well. Trailing by 6 shots after that hole. Standing on the 7th tee, players get to breathe a sigh of relief having the 6th behind them.
You know, Luke, this is sneaky hard, to be fair. You don't need driver, and so you might get lulled to sleep a little bit by taking 3-wood out just for position. Any misses to the right or the left, and you'll be blocked out by some pretty gnarly trees. The green tilts from right to left ever so slightly, and watch out for those deep bunkers fronting this green. They'll grab your golf ball in a hurry.
Nice out the rough here.
Getting ready to play their 3rd. How close was that to going down? This putt right on 12 feet to the hole.
Now, if he can just roll this one nicely, he'll manage to get ahead of Brooke Henderson.
Now, nice to make a mid-range par putt. What do we catch up with Brooke Henderson?
It's been so tight. She's tied here with her rival. And can she pull ahead now?
What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
This one will run uphill.
And after that effort, let's take a look at how it stands. Well, if you haven't felt snake bitten already, the 8th at 230 yards, Rich, will certainly get you.
Everybody loves a 230-yard par 3, don't we, Luke? They're just wonderful, wonderful designs, and I'm laughing because this is nearly impossible. This green is just a sliver up there. A high shot moving a little bit from left to right is an absolute must on this par 3.
They're looking to get this one close in hopes of saving par. And if this can go down, he'll save par. Yeah, that's a top little chip shot, that one.
Great touch.
Putting for bogey here. That will work. Our current leader is enjoying a 1-shot lead. Ball striking continues to be the order of the day as the players arrive on the 9th tee, a par 4.
Yes, just thread those bunkers off the tee shot somehow with the driver. Second shot is going to be straight back up the hill. And once again, with the pin position over on the right-hand side, players will be unable to see where their golf ball pitches. This is a quality par 4.
And now over to Brooke Henderson's next shot.
It's been so tight. She's tied here with her rival. And can she pull ahead now?
That was silky smooth out of the sand. Good shot. Time to take their approach shot into the 9th. And that was a bit of a misfire.
Yeah, trying to draw that one in there, but not committing to it, leaving it out.
Ooh, that almost went down. Good opportunity here, just 6 feet to the hole. Good looking putt. Good putt that. Trailing by 8 strokes now after that hole. The back nine at Innisbrook's Copperhead course begins with a par 4.
Straight down the hill these tee shots go. That bunker down the left-hand side should see a fair bit of action. If you leave it out to the right-hand side, there's some trees that are overhanging and will block out your second shot. This green tilts pretty good from back to front.
Piss break BRB. Piss break BRB.
Right, okay. What was it then? Apparently this guy's like 500 on like, where am I? I'm all 9, right? So this guy's like, oh, come on. Said 500. I swore I said 500. Swore it said 500. No, that's technically. Alright, so he's through 10. I've only four to get four, back 9. I'm on 9. Alright, back 9. I have to get, what do I have to get? 4 holes. Back 9, 4 holes. Reload. Back, what? That's worse, like playing against Bob on. If Kieran's watching, dude, I swear he's made these. He's made it so the greens are all tricky and all, like, weirdo. But, it's on fucking pure sweat mode. Weirdo. Win 12 and all, 12 wins and all. Hey, Bob Man made these, I swear. Yeah.
Look at that. You don't want that ball back.
Playing this shot from about 180 yards.
Wind is blowing left to right. Going to try and hold it against the wind.
Looks to have chosen the 7-iron. That's inside the house of opportunity. Now this is a challenging one. The lengthy putt awaits.
Rubber Miles. Rubber Miles. No.
Wow, that almost went in the hole. Opportunity to make their par.
Okay, Bob almost is one. Very much in chips.
The putt drops, and we're moving on.
That's why he
Now has
knows
a
he's
one-stroke
beating me.
advantage.
I'm messing chip shot.
Very few parts of the golf course make you feel comfortable, but chance of birdie at 11.
Finally, we have a birdie hole. Just avoid that bunker down the left-hand side. On the right-hand side of the fairway, you can go ahead and chase one up there. Even if you can't get it on the green and two, that front bunker is not a bad lead. But beware, there are some trees over on the right-hand side that could block you out.
Oh, this should affect the ball flight. Second shot here on the 11th. Interesting choice of the driver here. That got caught up in a few of the branches. 3 over for the day. Going with the 9-iron, I think.
Has got this thing dialed in here. Looking good.
Fought against the wind to stick that one.
Right on 4 feet. Should make this one.
He's staring down a birdie putt here.
Oh, well played. What do we catch up with? Brooke Henderson.
She had a bad previous hole, came off with bogey.
Wow, what a save.
And this is why you got to keep your foot on the gas at all times. These guys and girls are good.
Well, a birdie's also in your heart, standing on the 12th tee. A short par 4, Rich. Decisions to be made?
Just a long iron or a hybrid for this tee shot here, Luke. Second shot, we're coming in with some kind of short iron to a green that's protected by a deep bunker in the front.
Well, this could alter the line of the shot. Sitting at 2 over for the day. Oh, that's one of those shots you wish you had a do-over. Playing their 4th shot. 5 shots off the pace. Shame he can't take a mulligan in this game. Playing their 5th shot. 5 shots off the lead. Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
They've just got to focus on hitting the back of the cup, guys. This is up the hill, bit of extra juice needed.
If my eyes didn't see it, I wouldn't have believed it. Moments like that deserve another look.
Perfect distance, perfectly judged, and look at that, straight in the hole.
And now over to Brooke Henderson's next shot.
Yeah, she's down, she's behind, her rivals scooting ahead. Let's see what happens.
That's frustrating. Let's return to live play now. Our current leader is enjoying a 1-shot lead. Lucky 13 for some. This par 3 plays 200 yards.
Luke, I've never seen a green in golf repel more golf balls than the 13th here at Innisbrook. It's like it's made out of Gore-Tex. Golf balls just don't stay on it. It is really one of the hardest shots at this Innisbrook golf course.
Going with the hybrid. Unable to find the green on this one.
He could have used Bob Ross there for a caddy because he couldn't draw anything.
How close was that to going in the hole? Great shot. Let's see if we can make this. Keep the par on the card. And down it goes. Let's head to the next. Now 8 shots back after that hole. The second of the back 9 par 5s, Rich 14. There's plenty to it.
Only the biggest hitters in the game can reach this one in 2, so any tee shot just out to the right is ideal. That way it leaves an easier shot out to the left for your layup. The third shot will be going downhill to a green that tilts from back to front, guarded by a deep bunker over on the left-hand side. If you find the fairway with your second shot, you've got a really good chance to hit your third in there close.
Yeah, good aggressive play and almost rewarded by finding the green.
What a sensational play on this par 5 there, Luke.
Nice recovery there.
Oh, Dr. Chapinski strikes again.
Why don't we catch up with Brooke Henderson?
She made bogey, gave one back on the last hole.
That shot goes down, and that will be for birdie.
Whoa, check this out. In fuego, dialed in, call it what you will. Holding it from the fairway. Thank you very much.
The long par 3 continues to be a feature here at the Copperhead course, and 15's no different.
It is. Thankfully, though, this is the flattest green, or one of the flattest greens on the golf course here. It's basically just a long iron down the hill to this flat green, but don't miss it left. That is no good.
Opting for the 6 iron. And now over to Brooke Henderson's next shot.
She's got some work to do. She's 2 strokes behind so far.
Ooh, right by the hole. Let's get back to it, shall we? This would be a great up and down. Ooh, that's a tasty looking chip. Top shot.
Judging it beautifully.
Managing to maintain their position on the leaderboard. Well, as you enter the dreaded snake pit here at Innisbrook's Copperhead course, Rich, you know where you stand on the 16th tee.
This tee shot forces your hand. You must take it down the right-hand side in order to have a good look at this green for your second shot. Any misses out to the left, you're going to find the trees in all sorts of trouble.
That's a poor lie. Will he be able to get out of here?
Yeah, this is not what they wanted. There might be a couple of hits here.
That's some good golf right there. 14-footer.
What a great opportunity here for a look at a birdie.
Super shot, that. Oh, and up he goes, marching to the top of the leaderboard. Sitting at 2 over for the day.
Gotta like it. Moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
The final hole of the snake pit, an uphill par 3. Again, 210+ yards.
The final challenging par 3 on this golf course. Good news is, though, is the green funnels in from both the right and left edges. Most shots are going to end up right in the center of this green.
Well, that's the perfect shape. Just controlling a fade. And he's safely on the green.
This one here, this is for back-to-back birdies, moving him in the right direction.
Okay, let's get back to the action. Never seen a scorecard that doesn't look good with a 2 on it. Oh, I thought that one was going in. Putting for par.
I don't blame you. Worth another look there.
Now 7 shots behind after that. We've made our way to the final tee here of Innisbrook's Copperhead course, and Rich, no real reprieve.
Not at all. Tee shots have to favor the right-hand side, staying short of those bunkers down the right. The bunkers on the left will see a lot of action, and good luck getting it on the green from there. This green is probably one of the nastiest on the golf course, as it's got a severe tilt from back to front and left to right as well. This is truly one of the best par 4 finishing holes on the PGA Tour.
This looks to be hit pretty well from where I'm standing. That's just inside the range. Solid round of 72 here if you can make this putt. Wonderful effort.
Nothing like it. Good stuff.
Well, what a match we witnessed out there. No victory in the tournament proper, but it ultimately is superfluous when you can come up and take on a Brooke Henderson in a rivalry and stare her down and win.
This just doesn't happen. I don't know if this player realizes that they weren't supposed to do this. We were betting against them, and they defied all the odds to beat a multiple major champion in Brooke Henderson. What confidence they can take from this.
Well, that was a thrilling day, and on behalf of myself, Luke Elvey, Rich Beam and all the hard-working folks at 2K Sports, thanks for your company. We look forward to the next time you join us. .2K Sports and the PGA Tour are delighted to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. We're at the Valero Texas Open. Today's coverage is about to kick off. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and out on the course following our feature group is the delightful Henny Koyak. Hello, Henny.
Hi, Luke and Rich. Looking forward to following these two players again as they reignite their rivalry. I have a feeling we'll be in for some more exciting golf as these two battle it out.
Yeah, beating young Morikawa seems to be one of the toughest challenges out on tour these days, but I'm certainly excited to see how this rivalry fares today. TPC San Antonio, Rich, is one of the stern tests on the PGA Tour, and you get an examination right out of the gates.
Second shot on this golf course, Luke, is one of the most difficult on this golf course. A deep bunker out to the right. The green runs away on the right-hand side. A tiny target for sure with the second shots. Needs a little members bounce to the right.
Yep, that one's on the dance floor. You can two-putt that for sure. This putt from around 18 feet.
Little birdie look in here.
That's the hands of a surgeon.
And a chip in, Luke, just what the doctor ordered.
He currently shares fourth position. Let's head across to the second, which is a par 5, but a long one, stretching over 600 yards.
Straight away for the most part, but there's a lot of danger both right and left here. The fairway bunkers down the left-hand side shouldn't really cause an issue. However, the second shots, the layup zone, there is a deep bunker on the right-hand side that could be brought into play. The third shot is to a green perched well above the fairway, and it's actually a double green. This green is also part of the 7th green.
Henny, do you have a better look at this lie?
This is like a bad lie with a bit of grilled bad lie on top, sprinkled with dashings of bad lie.
Good shot there, Beamer. Well, after hopefully a couple of sound shots, Rich, these players have just a short wedge into this par 5 second.
The green sits above the player ever so slightly, which makes this third shot a little more difficult. But let's face it, it's a short shot with a short club. A birdie can be expected.
Choosing the 9-iron here. A wonderful shot and a chance for birdie here at the second.
Full of confidence as well with their putter. Gotta like their chances.
7 feet to the cup.
This for back-to-back birdies.
Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? Just 3 feet to the cup. Nicely holed, and for par. Now let's switch our focus to Colin Morikawa.
He's just coming off a drop shot on that last hole.
And after that effort, this is how the field is shaping up. He's currently tied for 4th. Rich, let's head to the par 3 third, the first of our shorter holes.
You really hope that the wind is not blowing into your face on this tee shot and making it that much more difficult and longer. This green's perched up high. There's runoffs all around the left-hand side and the back portion of it, and obviously you want no part of coming up short. Players that find this green will find it difficult to two-putt as there's lots of humps and bumps and swales in it.
Should find the green here. Not a bad approach. Grab the putter from the caddy. You're dancing. Now over to Colin Morikawa.
Yeah, he needs to press on that gas pedal. He's 2 strokes back from his rival.
All right, Henny. What's he got in front of him here with this putt?
18-footer here is what he's facing.
Straight out of the top drawer.
You better believe it is great stuff to watch.
He finds himself in a share of 4th. The 4th is one of the stronger par 4s at TPC San Antonio, stretching 485 yards.
This is a very narrow driving area, especially where that fairway bunker comes into play down the left-hand side. Second shot is to a green that runs from right to left with a deep bunker down the left-hand side. Anything missed out to the right is no bargain either, as there is a runoff area out to the right-hand side. This is a difficult par 4.
Sitting at 1 under. Tied for 4th. Going with the 8-iron here.
Clubbing up, smart. Got to control it though. Let's see.
I'm pretty sure they had their sights set on hitting the green there.
Not too sure what happened there. That's a very uncharacteristic mistake.
Found the green side rough. Didn't that look good for a long time? Pretty good chance here. This one's for par. Yeah, good putt. Well hold. Currently 1 under for the day. The 5th is one of the shorter par 4s on the property, right on 400 yards.
Players must make a decision whether to go for it or lay up short of that fairway bunker down the right-hand side. This green is perched above the players ever so slightly, and there's a spine running right through the center of it with the low area on the left-hand side. No matter whether you go for it or you lay up, this is a wonderful birdie opportunity.
The power play, you gotta love it.
Oh, how about that shot? Taking out the big stick and going ahead and knocking her on. Love it.
You're kidding me. Did he hold that? And right to the top of the leaderboard after that effort.
Have a look at that shot, you little fox. What's that? Your fucking boyfriend's gonna shit himself.
Now leading by 1 shot.
I cried. I think it's That's a good shot. We're done.
Time to see what this par
For
4 has in store.
retirement shit.
Players must find the fairway, avoiding that bunker down the right-hand side. But from there, second shot is up the hill to a green that runs away from the players ever so slightly, but still going in with a short iron into this par 4. A birdie is definitely makeable.
Just let that shot be water off a duck's back. Henny, I'm sure you've got a better look of that lie.
He's eyeing this up and he's pleased with what he's seeing. This is sitting nicely.
Oh, well played. Now let's switch our focus to Colin Morikawa.
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Oh, well played.
Gotta say, his short game is phenomenal.
Oh, this will be good for the momentum. Let's make this birdie putt. Just building upon his advantage, he keeps making the important plays. And with that, he'll move to 4 under par. And there's no movement on the leaderboard after that hole. The par 3 7th, Rich, has this big cavernous bunker that sits right in the front center of the green.
And it's a triple tier green as well, Luke. It shares it with the 3rd hole. Anything missed out to the right will be fine, although you'll be in a low area that will be difficult to get it super close. But yes, you must avoid the bunker on the left-hand side. It is cavernous, as you say.
Hoping for a bounce here, preferably to the left. Second shot here on the 7th. That's inside the range.
Oh, gotta love it. Chipping in for birdie. Nothing better.
And it's time to recap that play.
Great
Hope
feel,
you seen
great
that
judge,
cat.
great speed.
What a
Yeah, I
good.
like this.
Where did that? Good. Jump. Over. Your boyfriend. I need to flag it, him. He's gonna break his controller off. He's gonna
Now over to Colin Morikawa.
He's trying to
I'll
hold
make
ahead
him
in this
reach
group
good.
rivalry. Let's see
If
what
he's
happens.
good, I'll be better. I'll just make him break his
Just
fucking
steady still.
controller. He will throw his console. He'll never play golf with you. I swear.
The leader now has a one-stroke advantage.
The lead is getting bigger
Yeah,
and
good
bigger.
enough.
I'm pretty sure this play will be buoyed by that birdie back at the last. Let's see if they can deliver another one.
This is full send.
Time for the second shot at the 8th. It's a brave one. Driver off the deck. And here we are with the third shot. Currently in the lead by a shot. Currently -5. Outright first here. Oh, that's a bonus. And that will take him to 6 under. Well, I think that warrants another look. Let's see that again.
Yeah, they were looking at an up and down, but just down.
And maintaining top spot on the leaderboard after that. The closing hole on this front 9 at TPC San Antonio is a strong par 4. Oh, that was mashed. And what's in front of them there, Henny?
And from around 135 yards.
That's a good shot by him. He'll be delighted.
Outside chance here for the birdie.
Let's take a look at Colin Morikawa. Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? Well, that's an impressive little chip.
Yes, very smooth tempo there on that chip.
Trying to get it to 7 under par with this putt. Yes, they've made it.
Chip in for birdie. That's always a nice feeling.
Oh, I'd like to have one more look at that shot.
I'm glad we get to see this again. This one should be practiced at home.
Lovely position for our leader here, Rich. Out in front, but a few holes to go.
Yeah, no time to start thinking about that lead, Luke. They got to keep their head down and keep going forward. Cannot think about that lead or people will pass them.
As players make the turn, they find themselves on the tee at the 10th.
Generous driving area on this downhill par 4 that doglegs slightly from left to right. Second shot will be back up the hill to a green that's well protected by 3 bunkers. This is a good birdie opportunity if you find the fairway.
Not bad. From about 100 yards. He's got a 2-stroke buffer. Going with the pitching wedge here. Well, this one's going right at the flag.
They have absolutely flushed that one. Colin Morikawa, he was meant to be the original and best approach player, but I think we have a new sheriff in town.
Par putt coming up here. That was a sensational approach, Rich, but you've got to feel like an opportunity was lost. Colin Morikawa setting up his shot. Oh. Well, how about the concentration to pull that shot off? Let's take a look at the current standings. Our current leader is enjoying a 1-shot lead. Another birdie opportunity lies at the par 4 11th, but players must navigate the fairway bunkers.
Tee shots must be placed on the left-hand side to get the best view and angle for their second shots, as this green sits below the player and moves from left to right. Tee shots down the right might be closer, but it's going to leave a second shot over a deep bunker and making it that much more difficult to get close.
That was a little untidy, wasn't it? Henny, how's that ball line? It's tough to see from here.
You can get great connection on this one. The rough's not going to cause any trouble. It's sitting good.
Trying to get to 8 under par with this putt. Could it be? Oh, that's incredible. He sold it. And with that, he'll move to 8 under par. Awesome play. He's currently sitting in first place. Rich, this par 4 12th, really challenging, especially around the green.
This tee shot is underrated in difficulty-wise. This is not an easy tee shot as this fairway pitches from left to right. You want to skirt the bunker down the left-hand side as best possible to find the fairway. Second shot from there goes straight uphill and surrounded by 2 of the deepest bunkers on the golf course. As they say, Luke, everything is bigger in Texas, and these bunkers are proof of that.
Well, that certainly makes putting a lot easier when you can hit a shot like that.
And as good as they putt, you almost have to guarantee this one.
Good look at a birdie here. What a shot.
Nothing like it. Good stuff.
Let's take a look at Colin Morikawa. Ooh, that almost went down. So after that effort, This is the current standings on the course. Our current leader is up by 3 shots. 13's a long par 3, measuring 245 yards, Rich, but it is playing downhill.
Downhill to a sliver of a green, however. Anything missed out to the right will leave a very challenging pitch shot to a green that'll sit well above them. You come up short in those bunkers, that's no bargain either. A 3 here, well, you done good.
Fairways and greens. Easy game, isn't it? What's in front of them, Henny, with this putt?
He's got 10 feet here. I think he likes it. This is their look at birdie.
How close was that to going down? Certainly makes putting easy if you can chip it that close.
Just eyeballing that one, trying to make it.
That's 9 under par for the event. What do you think of the 14th, Rich? A par 5, 575 yards.
This is a really good par 5 here, Luke. Tee shot wants to favor the right-hand side of the fairway, if at all possible, shortening the hole some 20 yards. Second shot must avoid those fairway bunkers down the right and on the left-hand side. A narrow opening to this green should players go for it in 2.
That's not what he had hoped for, I'm pretty sure of that. Time for the second shot at the 14th. Looks to be going with a hybrid here. And they've found themselves in the first cut. Oh, golf clap. That's a beauty. Now let's switch our focus to Colin Morikawa.
He's currently in 4th place.
Oh, that's a beauty. Great shot from the bunker. This putt to get to double digits under the card. Ouch, that hurts. 13 feet to the cup. Oh, I like the look of that shot there, Beamer.
Love watching this player around the greens.
Leading by a couple after that hole. As we start heading for home, Rich, we find ourselves on the tee at the 15th.
Right, just saying, these guys are sweaty, but you can't do that against Batman, because on Batman, he doesn't let you off of that. You're losing that. You're losing the line. There's Batman. Yeah, he dirty wee bastard, dirty. I swore he fucking put glitch on or something. So you got dodgy grains and dodgy fairways.
And Henny, what's he looking at here?
Setting up here from about 145 yards.
Yep, give yourself a pat on the back. Trying to get to 9 under for the event with this opportunity. Wow, that almost went in the hole. Time now for the 4th shot. Currently leading by 2. Didn't that look good for a long time? What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
He's got to be careful this doesn't get away from him here. This is downhill.
And the putt drops, but that's back-to-back bogeys now.
With just a few to play, odds not in their favor getting it done.
Now over to Colin Morikawa.
He's currently in 3rd place.
And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks. The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage.
3 holes remaining, Luke. This is getting awfully fun.
Looks to have opted for the 8-iron. Well, that's right out of the top draw. A great shot from our leader.
I tell you, you just dream about days like today. Greens and regulation, spot on all day. Awesome.
Just missing the birdie there. Down she goes. Let's head to the next. Still in the lead now after that hole.
2 holes to go, Luke. Can they hang on?
The 17th is certainly a fun hole. The question really is, should players go for it or lay up?
Depending on where they put the tee box, Luke, most players should be going for this green. Anything just short and left could find that deep bunker fronting a green, but to be fair, that's not a bad miss. The one you want to avoid at all costs is the one on the right-hand side, because nobody, not even professionals, like a 60-yard bunker shot.
Pretty good shot there.
Time for the 2nd shot at the 17th. Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? 3 feet to go here to the hole. And that's 8 birdies today. And that will take him to 8 under. Colin Morikawa setting up his shot. That is a delightful bunker shot, Beamer. And how did that shot impact the score? Let's have a look at the leaderboard. Our leader is a couple of shots up at this stage. Well, while the closing hole at TPC San Antonio can be reached in two, Rich, it's all set up by the tee shot.
Tee shot must find the fairway. If not, you have water hazards left and bunkers right that will gobble up that second shot if you're slightly out of position.
Yeah, you hit a beauty, didn't you? Henny, what's the player facing here?
Yeah, fair amount of elevation here. They're going to have to be careful that they club up because you do not want to be short.
Opting for the 5-wood. A chance here to snatch the title if this chip drops. Well, you can see why he's leading. That was a shot of high caliber. It's all come down to this. A putt for the title. Well, any victory in the Lone Star State is one hurt joy. Congratulations to our Valero Texas Open winner.
I gotta say, this was a tough, a hard-earned victory. The conditions out there this week were brutal all around, and they know it. And I gotta say that I'm a little jealous right now, Luke, because the champion gets a nice pair of boots, and a beautiful, sexy pair of boots they are. Little jealous, but, you know, I got a bunch of pair at my house too, so.
And Rich, they only had a narrow margin the entire back nine, but they were able to pull out the win. That's very gutsy, isn't it?
Luke, impressive win all around. I got to say, a gutsy performance at the end of the tournament. Final 9 holes. Job well done.
On behalf of myself, Rich Beam, and all the hard-working folks at 2K Sports, thanks for tuning in, and see you next time.